I've been in a relationship for 11 years.
I've been married just over 21 years.
I've been married for 14 years.
Well, I've been married for 52 years.
I was married for 13 years.
We've kept our relationship going by being honest and open with each other and being attractive.
Like any relationship, what's kept it together sometimes is hard work, mutual respect, children help keep things together. When things are tough, you look at what you've got to lose and you wouldn't sacrifice that. And masses of love. I love him.
I think good communication. You know, me and my wife always talk about everything. And the fact that we're able to have a good laugh, you know, between us, we're constantly kind of. I think the bottom line is I really do adore my wife.
To be honest with each other, I find one has to be honest. I don't like lies.
And we had the kids, obviously, and that takes up a lot of your time, investing in bringing up the young children. And they got a bit older, and maybe, you know, after 13 years, I think we'd probably grown apart, and our expectations of where we wanted to take the rest of our life had kind of diverged a bit. And I think that's why we separated.
Well, the temptation I've had was a 6'2" Norwegian at university. Obviously, in university, away from home, we weren't seeing that much of each other. Obviously, you've got, yeah.
No, truly I haven't, and hopefully he hasn't. I haven't been tempted to deviate at all. I don't think he has either.
Yeah, I mean, I think temptation is always there. But yeah, you know, I love my wife.
The exception to the rule if you came across somebody that was getting divorced or splitting up. But now, you know, people do seem to change partners on a more of a regular basis. And but I mean, if they're happy doing it that way, you know, it's up to them really.
How do I handle the temptation? It's a very difficult question to answer. I think you don't tend to have crushes or fall in love with other people. I didn't find when I was in a marriage. I don't know whether that was just because my sort of moral framework, I guess, or I don't know. I'm quite a sort of stubborn person, so I think and that's one of the reasons for the separation actually, is that to be honest with myself, that's, you know, the honest thing to do is to separate and to divorce. You could carry on being in that marriage, but, you know, having affairs or whatever else, but, you know, that doesn't feel right to me.
I see our relationship heading, hopefully marriage, but I don't know. We're from backgrounds where none of our parents have got married, so, well, not successfully.
Be sure as much as you can. You can never be 100% sure, and there's always an element of luck about being married. It's not, you know, some great cleverness on my part. There is always an element of luck. But if you're as sure as you can be, then go for it. But go for it to be married. Don't go for it to have a nice wedding and a party and all that. That's all irrelevant, actually. A few years down the line, that's an irrelevance. It's whether you want to spend the rest of your life committed to that person, and I'd certainly advise marriage perhaps I'm old-fashioned, but if you want children, then I think it does give them a stability to know that mum and dad have committed. But also, you know, all marriages have rough times, and anybody who says they don't are either lying or a bit simple, because they do. And that will pull you together as well.
Being a bachelor again is quite interesting. Yeah, I've been on Tinder and stuff, and yeah, I've been out on a few dates over the year. I've met a few people, some loonies, some all right, you know. So yeah, it's quite interesting. I was a bit worried about that actually. You know, when you split up after that amount of time, you think, am I able to meet anyone else? You know, is it gonna happen again? Am I looking for another relationship? But you can do it, I guess, and that's been quite good.